Hello, and welcome to Access Granted, Tables, Building Accessible Digital Experiences. I'm Heidi Keller, Senior Instructional Designer at Broward College.
And I am Rachel Ruprecht, also a Senior Instructional Designer here at Broward College.
Today, we're going to talk a little bit about table accessibility. So the issue with improper table structure is that assistive technologies cannot interpret the relationships between header and data cells. A WCAG standard that addresses this is that headings must use HTML tags. Sighted users use visual clues to interpret the relationships between data in tables. For screen readers, the structure is hidden, and they process content linearly, reading cells one by one. So the real impact would be if you were to imagine reading a semester-length course schedule cell by cell, left to right, without any headers. Some best practices for tables include to identify headers, use built-in tools or HTML tags to identify header rows and/or columns, use table captions to provide context about the table's purpose, avoid merged or split cells, so split tables that use complex, multi-level, merged or split cells into simpler tables, and avoid using tables strictly for layout. Remember, accessibility is not optional. So as a key takeaway, ask yourself, have I identified the table's headers and purpose? And now Rachel will demonstrate working with table accessibility.
Thanks. All right, so I am here in PowerPoint, and I'm starting by going to the Review tab, where there is a Check Accessibility button. And that opens up the Accessibility Assistant, which identifies common accessibility issues and whether they are present in this document. So I'll start with the table issue of a missing table header. And when I select this, I have the option to either insert a header row or column, but since there are already columns and rows here that are functioning as headers but just aren't labeled as such, I will instead use the option to identify the ones that are here as such, and then move on to the next option, or the next issue, which is the use of merged or split cells. So like Heidi mentioned, when cells are split like this, they can't be read appropriately by assistive technology. And so there isn't a quick fix button here because this is something that will require some reformatting. That would, here in this case, perhaps just mean repeating this information in front of each of these cells rather than splitting the cells in a way that makes it challenging for the assistive technology to navigate. And with that, I'll hand it back to Heidi.
Thank you, Rachel. And thank you everyone for joining us today to learn a little bit about table accessibility, and we hope you found this useful.